Welcome to our sixth and final video in our series for creating a residential asset for Cities Skylines. In the first few videos, we used SketchUp Make 2017 to design our model and apply our textures. In 3ds Max, we imported the model, made adjustments to the position of the model, and created a texture file. In Adobe Photoshop, we edited that texture file and created our displacement, specular, and illumination maps. In this video, we'll go into Cities Skylines and import the model. To begin, we need to navigate to the Import folder for Cities Skylines. In Windows, we can do that by using the search box on the main taskbar. Click into that search box and type %localappdata% and hit enter. This will open a File Explorer window, which will show you your local app data. From there, we need to navigate to Colossal Order, Cities Skylines, Addons, and Import. If you've previously imported a custom-made asset, those files may appear here. You can delete those files or leave them here if you'd wish. Now we need to open the folder which contains our model, texture, and map files. In our case, we saved that to the desktop, so we'll just open this folder here. Now organize your windows so both windows are visible. In order to import our model, we need to copy the house.fbx file, the house_d.png file, the house_i.png file, and the house_s.png file. We need to copy those to the Import folder for Cities Skylines. You can select multiple files by holding the Control key as you click the files. Once clicked, you can copy them by hitting Control-C and navigate to your import window, activate the window, and press Control-V. Alternatively, you can drag and drop into this window. With the files now appearing in our import folder, we can open Cities Skylines. Some will recommend launching Cities Skylines with no mods. I prefer to use mods because I use the Move It tool and the Find It tool to more easily place props on my asset. To build our asset, we go to the Editors menu, Asset Editor, and New. We're given a window to select the theme. We can select any default theme and press the Select button. Once the asset editor is loaded, you'll be prompted to select the asset type you'd like to create. Since we created a residential asset, we'll select Building, and then click Continue. There are many asset types you can create for Cities Skylines, but the two key categories are ploppable and growable assets. Growable assets are assets which are built in zoned areas such as residential, commercial, and industrial, and ploppable assets, such as city parks, can be placed directly onto your map. For this tutorial, we created a residential asset, and we want it to be growable. So we'll click the Low Density Residential option and select any Level 1 template. With that template selected, we can click Continue. In the new Asset Importer window, the left-hand pane provides a list of assets that are in your import folder. So let's select the house.fbx file. In the right-hand pane, the model is shown, along with some initial options. Since we correctly set the orientation in 3ds Max, we don't have to change the rotation options. However, our house has been scaled down, and we want to scale that back up to 100%. So place your cursor in the Scale input field, type 100, and click Continue. Our asset now appears on the screen. From here you can adjust the width of the property and change the offset for your house. Beyond the width and offset, we can adjust other properties for our asset. If we expand the Building General option, we can adjust whether or not the asset accepts color variations, the availability, indicate if this property can appear on a circular road, we can expand the front yard, flatten the full area, and flatten the terrain. You'll notice Cities Skylines has added a blue tint to our asset. This can be changed by going to the Material option. From there, we can change the 4 color variations. It's a good idea to have some color variations in your asset, so 2 identical assets sitting next to each other have a different look. We also want to adjust our floor count to 1. With all of those adjustments made, let's begin populating our house with props. You can select props from the vanilla game or the workshop, but be careful when adding workshop items, as those items need to be installed on any computer which loads your asset. With all of our props in place, we need to indicate door, parking, and hang-around markers. Select the door marker from the markers menu and place your door markers. Then, select a parking marker to tell cities where cars can park on your property. Finally, select the hang-around marker and place those. This tells cities where your Sims can spend their time while they're on your property. The last thing we need to do before we save is to take a few pictures of our property to be used as thumbnails. Select the Asset Editor settings and select the Snapshot tool. Take your picture and then select the Thumbshot tool and take that picture. Finally, select the InfoShot tool, line up your image, and take that picture. Now that we're done with photos, let's save the asset. Click Settings, Save Asset, and give your asset a file name. Then, on the right-hand side, give it an asset name. This will be used in-game. And then you can leave a brief description of your asset. We'll change the thumbnail icon, and then click Save. Now that it's saved, our residential asset is available for the game, and at next launch, will be included in any area zoned for low-density residential. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial series. I'm relatively new to creating assets, and I know there's a lot more to learn. If you have any questions, suggestions, ideas for new assets, or have built an asset based on this tutorial, I'd love to hear from you, so please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you again for watching the series, and I hope it was very helpful for you.